Oh, blimey, Nigel, what a time to be alive. 10,000 Reform FC shirts have been sold. Huge congratulations. Now, have you worked out if you are supposed to be paying VAT on it? That's a bit awkward, isn't it? Great that you had time to post that. Just one little thing though, it's day 4 and those survivors that you misrepresented at your press conference at the start of this week, they're still waiting for their public apology. There's Deputy Dick standing up in Parliament saying the government are kicking this down the road and what have they got to hide? Whereas you seem to be devoid of all responsibility for your own words. Like, amazingly, this topic doesn't seem to be clear cut for you. Like at that same presser where you misrepresented the survivors and exploited a survivor sat beside you. Like you said, to leave the person formerly known as Prince Andrew alone. You said he's down, don't kick a man when he's down. I mean, to be fair to you, you didn't have a problem when somebody kicked a woman when they were down either. Remember? Then you gave Christian forgiveness to James McMurdoch. In fact, your Christianity came out in one of your infamous GB News monologues the other night when you were saying, actually, we don't know whether Andrew is guilty or not, so we should just, lay off him a little bit. Like, I do find it interesting that you're calling for people to lay off Andrew. Meanwhile, Deputy Dick is laying into SEN children. Or more specifically, the parents of SEN children. God damn them for having children with additional needs, eh? But to be fair, it wasn't just children with additional needs you laid into this week, because of course Lee Anderson was quite ableist, saying put all the disabled people that needed a mobility car, put them in an old three-wheeler. That'll be the three-wheelers that all got crushed because they weren't safe. Speaking of Lee, seemingly he's like a poacher turned gamekeeper, isn't he? Used to help them by gaming the system, and now just wants to humiliate them. It's all a bit too much for Reform Councillor James Buchan though. He's given up, he's gone to the Tories. Turned out when he looked at your policies, he didn't actually like them. Zia's interesting though, isn't he? Because he keeps going around at the moment saying don't worry about who you elect in a Nigel Farage government because they won't be actually in the government because you're going to bring in your mates. He's already said that he would really fancy being the Chancellor of the Exchequer, which is a bit awkward because Deputy Dick is currently your advisor on all things economics, which makes it a little embarrassing that this is his line on Rachel Reeves, who is less suitable to be Chancellor than Rachel Reeves. So that'll be Rachel Reeves that studied economics at Oxford and got a master's degree at the London School of Economics, which is one of the hardest colleges to get into if you want to be an economist. She also worked as an economist at the Bank of England for 5 years. She even wrote some papers for them as an economist. Meanwhile, Deputy Dick, who is your shadow Chancellor of the Exchequer, I guess, he's got a degree in construction economics and quantity surveying from the University of Salford. So in answer to Zia's question, who would be less suitable than Rachel Reeves? Ask me, I know the answer. Now, I don't know if you've seen this, Nigel, but it seems to me that this is a little bit of a red flag with regards to you leading the country. Because Reform are losing councillors at an unusual rate, according to this report. In fact, you've lost more than 5% of the councillors that got elected last May. Isn't it cute that they had to write at the time of writing because you're losing them so quickly? But look at this, 11 expelled, 6 suspended, 9 have left the party and 1's defected to UKIP. Oh, and 9 have resigned from the council altogether. The article also points out that actually it's a little bit like your MPs, isn't it? Remember, you used to have Rupert Lowe, you used to have James McMurdoch, you haven't any more. I wonder who's next to go. Hello, Sarah, be worried. And the difficulty is, as you're losing those MPs, other parties, like the grown-up parties, are taking those areas back from you, aren't they? Do you think now, in retrospect, you maybe should have genuinely vetted people as opposed to say that you'd vetted people? Or maybe not promote people like Jamie McAvoy to be your head of local government? Although, I have to say, I've reflected on his past misdemeanour a little bit and I've had a new thought about it. Like maybe this situation was just a misunderstanding. Maybe the person that received the pic actually said, this dick sent me a picture, as opposed to this person sent me a dick pic. I don't know, but anyway, it's just thoughts. Speaking of dicks, I wonder how you feel about the fact that your councillors, and in fact a member of your board, is currently over on X trying to punch down on people with mental health difficulties. So this week's slogans seem to be, hey, disabled people, families with SEN children, people that are having a hard time with their mental health, vote Reform because we don't give a shit about you and we're going to make Britain great again. And if you're concerned against male against female violence, we sort of care unless it was a royal. And as for the rest, well, we're just going to exploit you for as much as we possibly can and make things a lot worse for you. Can't wait to see all of that on the side of a bus. Anyway, don't forget that apology. It's day 4, as you were.